Renegade Game Studios has just released Acquire, which is one of our channel's favorite games of all time. Yep. But I have this old beauty here, this classic, this lovely edition. I think this is the best edition out there. So we're going to compare today and see if this one stands up here on Legendary Tactics. All right, so we're going to do a head-to-head comparison of my beautiful 1999 copy of the game.
Yes, and this is just released this year. I don't know. Yeah, 2023.
This is brand new. We just saw this at Gen Con.
Yes.
And I have to say, pleasantly impressed with what I've seen so far.
Yes. Now, Renegade was kind enough to send us a review copy. So we're going to take a look at the new version and the older version now, side by side.
Just if you're into this game, 1976, there's an original Avalon Hill version, and it's pretty good. It's not that bad. Yeah. It's one of those classic bookshelf games.
Yeah.
Then we've got a series of versions in between. This is the 1999. I think this is the best edition to date. 2008, Avalon Hill did another one.
Yes.
And I really didn't like that one. Yeah. So in that, we have flat cardboard pieces that represent the towers, and just not there. So I'm hoping this is...
You need three-dimensional towers.
You do. You ideally have to. Like this game, I'm going to argue, I know this might hurt your feelings, I'm going to argue this is an ugly game.
Yes.
It's really ugly. It's squares and tiles, so you have to have those towers almost like miniatures, right?
Yes. Now let's take a quick look at the cover art.
Oh, yeah, okay. So my guy has giant legs and body with a tiny head.
It's like this giant walking through town, ripping up buildings.
It's the King Kong of businessmen.
That's pretty funny.
It's a little much.
Yes. Now
purple hair too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think of the two, I have to say I prefer this one. It's a little bit more muted, but I like the look. It's a little bit futuristic and
it's classy looking actually.
But it looks
with some
classy.
Shading.
Yeah, it looks classy.
This is better than the 2008 version.
Yes.
And I confess, better that. Also, if we look at box size, I do like that if your game stands up to this one, I like that it takes up a smaller footprint on my shelf.
Yes, because that's a pretty big box for the game it is.
It is. It doesn't fit on your shelf anywhere. It always has to be in that weird, awkward bottom cover.
Shelf.
Yeah, stacked with a whole bunch of other junk on it. So
okay. All right. Well, let's take a look.
Once again, the game of corporate acquisitions. Really, they're advertising for this. Not so good. Do you have any kind of like taglines or anything?
No, it just says a game by Sid Saxon. Very tasteful. Okay. I like that.
Yes, that's a bit of an improvement.
So
excellent. Well, let's. Oh, nicely done. Well, all right.
So here we go. Let's see. Good suction on this box, that's for sure.
No box.
There we go. Oh, wow. Very similar.
Very comparable. Just a diminutive version of it.
Yeah.
There's not much to say there.
Yeah. So,
yours is plastic.
This is, it's solid. Just smaller.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a Acquire down the sides, which I don't think it needs.
No, not necessarily.
So that's really interesting.
It's fairly simplified.
Okay.
Let's see if yours is as well organized as mine.
Oh my gosh, what the heck happened here?
Yeah, cax happened there.
Oh no, what drink did he spill?
Oh yeah, that guy is just killing my game. Every time I play with him,
look at these pristine cards.
Yeah. Okay, so you got some cards. Do you want to crack those open?
Let's take a look at the... Now we'll have to set aside the cax factor. Right?
That's true. Yes.
Take that into account.
Look at the Hydra faction. So, these cards, I think my game could probably use an update at this point, but it just means that it's well loved. So
yes. Now the names though, Zeta, Hydra, are not
Phoenix,
the original
American. That's
games.
Right. They names of Saxon, I believe, is still in here because he was the designer of the game.
The designer, yes. But we have the old favorites, American. We have Continental, Festival, Imperial, right?
Yeah.
So these are all the classic names.
They've gone back to the original, yeah. Hydra, I wonder if they were just trying to sound cool.
Yeah.
But who names a hotel Hydra?
I don't know. Yeah.
Nobody.
And that's a bit of a weird, and Zeta could work, I suppose, but
that's right.
But now, that said, I mean, these are fine. but they are a little bit busy for what they
look like certificates.
Which they are. They're stock certificates, which is fair.
Okay.
But
compared to
a little bit busy. I kind of almost like the more basic design. I mean, this is colored well, which is fine. I mean, you don't need to read what it says on the cards, but
interesting. It's America versus American.
Yes. Well, this is the original name, right? And I wonder why they renamed it. That's so strange.
That is interesting. If you know, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. But I'm fine with these certificates. They're
Fusion.
Fine. Ooh, Fusion. The Fusion Hotel.
This is like the science game. And Quantum. Yeah.
That's really bizarre.
It's a little bit odd. Okay.
All right. Well, anyway.
I'm just going to tuck all this back in here.
Oh, yes. And actually, I didn't open up this pack here as well. So this one has the Saxon brand.
But honestly, like so far what I'm seeing in terms of differences is going to be to the person's taste.
Yes.
You might like this. Like they're both nice. They're both quite nice.
Yeah.
Your cards are bigger.
Yeah.
So.
Which doesn't really matter to the gameplay. I mean, some people might prefer the larger cards, but there's nothing to read on the card. Like, there's nothing that you need to, other than the title of it. You don't need to know.
Yeah, you really only need the color.
Prints. There's no need necessarily for the larger cards, but
that's right.
Other than
and we have to save the best pieces for last, so we'll come to those.
Okay,
but do you have the tiles handy there?
I do. I was going to take a look at the money here.
Oh, sure.
This may not be the most interesting, and it doesn't.
Looks pretty standard.
Yeah, it's pretty standard.
Here's my money.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Yours is smaller.
Yeah, but you have the Avalon Hill logo, which is nice.
Yeah. Although I almost prefer that it doesn't have the logo of the game company on it.
Yeah.
So don't need no shameless advertising.
There's no logo on there.
Yep.
Then we have the Transformers, more than meets the eye. G.I. Joe is a bunch of.
Okay, this is a clear victory for you.
The rule book. Interesting. Very short. Mine goes on for a while.
Yeah, mine doesn't have the color.
12 pages. It looks nicer, but it's much longer. I wonder why.
I'm really only about 4 pages of actual text.
Yeah. Huh. I mean, this has, some nice full color and examples and stuff, maybe.
Much more modern.
They just assumed you knew how to play. It was just a refresh.
Yeah. Well,
this game's been around a long time.
That could be part of it, is just making it accessible. Like I saw at the end, they have rare cases, so maybe, there might be odd moments that they've discovered over the years.
Yes. But I'm surprised it's a little bit long, because I've found in practice it plays like a game that only requires 4 or 5 pages of rules.
Absolutely, yes.
But anyway, okay.
Still, that's all right.
So now we'll
see how we do here. In fact,
let's take a look.
On 2D or not 2D.
Let's take a look here.
All right.
So,
I have one glaring problem with my edition of the game.
Which is?
You probably remember.
There is one tile missing.
One tile missing, and that's why I got this at such a bargain basement price. The good thing is that I don't play this every day, and so I always forget what tile it is that's missing, and so do my opponents. So I think it's somewhere in this area, but it just makes for a fun game.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't played Acquire, it's an interesting game where you're essentially you're building out of these tiles. You're building the hotel chains as they expand, and when they merge, the larger one absorbs the smaller one.
Yes.
You pay out a dividend, is it?
Yeah, or you get a share stockholder bonus if you're the majority shareholder. Well, they have majority and minority shareholder.
Yes.
Here they change it to primary and secondary.
Which is more accurate. You're an investment guy.
Well, I don't know. Majority shareholders, fine. But yeah, and then you get a payout based on per share.
That's right.
On how much. Or you can trade.
Wow.
I think it's 2 for 1. So you can trade 2 of the old shares for 1 of the new one.
And I got to say, I'm only getting older when I play these games, and I like yours better because the font is larger. It's larger. A lot cleaner. This is like, how much do I make?
Yeah, it's pretty small.
So I give the win to that.
Interesting.
To the newer one, yeah. And honestly, these are fairly equal, the tiles.
Yeah.
Yours actually have a little more edging around the top.
I'm not sure if that's a plus or a minus, or if it even matters.
I like it, because this is very straight and simple. Yours just has a little bit more flair, and this game needs a little bit more something.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So. I mean, it's. I don't know what these. Yeah. So this is. Oh, these are just nice. These are thick player
so everybody
cards.
Gets,
you got tycoon mode. Okay.
Okay. New mode. Interesting.
Okay. And
we're gonna have to play this one.
Steps for mergers. So you got some player aids.
Definitely.
So that's handy.
That's awesome. I love that Renegade Studios is taking a lot of these old IPs they're redoing. They've redone Axis and Allies, Diplomacy, Acquire. They're taking some of the games we really used to love and bringing some life and breathing life into them. That's pretty cool. So, no, you're just burning me with that. Nice.
So, but the tiles I'd say on like this, these are nice. Like
these are good,
hefty, solid ones.
They've got some hefty. Yours feel a little bit lighter.
Yes, they are lighter. Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, again,
as long as they survive Cax's kids, then that's all it is.
Exactly. So now that for the main attraction,
this is the grand finale.
This is going to really probably decide.
This is it.
This is the buildings.
I'll get mine out while
you. So once you place at least two beside each other, I'm going to put this out of order. Then you can place a hotel on them.
Yes.
And so as soon as they get two next to each other, I know I'm putting these in the wrong spot, but. Okay, so we have. Oh wow! Okay,
this is quite.
Got just enough tiles on here to display them all. And what is this for? These are little punch outs for some reason. Maybe little flags or something.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
I got to take a look at that.
Huh?
But anyway, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
What do you think? Like yours are obviously bigger.
Mine are
bigger, better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Not necessarily. And not that much bigger.
Yeah. Oh, they look a lot bigger. Maybe because they're bigger base.
They're fatter. Yeah. That's right. But to be honest, like this one compared to this one, yours takes that victory all day long.
That's such a nice hotel there.
Not really,
That's that's the quantum one because that's where they're performing experiments.
This is the factory.
Yeah.
The purple one, I think I like this one better than yours.
Yeah, this one. This one looks like a Greek.
They're theming it up different.
It looks like a Greek pantheon or whatever.
Guy. Yeah, and this is just a unique shape.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's a little bit similar to this guy.
Yeah. Sort of like an emerald. That's Oz.
Yeah. So, like, yours have an air of being a little more, like, kind of workmanlike, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
Mine are a little more tied in with that futuristic theme on the box. I think I
like the detail.
Difference.
There's a lot of detail. Like
this one is cool, actually. This one I like.
I wonder if people would. I could see people painting yours. Like no one's going to paint this.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of detail on the rocks.
You could put in a little bit of detail.
If you had a really fine brush, you might be able to enhance. Yeah. Not that they need it. I think they're good as is. So overall,
I'm really surprised how comparable they are. Like really, like.
And for the price, I think you're getting good value for this.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're getting everything in that giant box.
Yes,
here.
In a small box.
It's just in a smaller box, but I like the format. But still, nothing wrong with this edition either.
Somehow, bigger stock, what are those called? Stock cards.
Yeah.
Bigger certificates.
Yeah.
Bigger money. So somehow you got bigger components other than the board and these.
Yeah, it's true.
The tiles. So I'm giving this, I think, a win to your edition.
Yeah, but it's a narrow one.
It is.
I agree with you, but it's a narrow one because...
I might not run out and get rid of this version right away in favor of that one.
You may want to buy a new set of cards on eBay, though.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would say they're really comparable. I'm very surprised because I was expecting, in some ways, because of that big box, I was expecting yours to totally dominate.
Me
but
too.
I feel that this, this packs a punch for its size.
This kicks the tail of the 2008 Avalon Hill edition, like handily. Don't look at that edition.
That one is, if you find any pictures
one last element, you've got an insert in your tray there. So this is where you would store your cards.
Yeah.
And your hotel's right there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Except...
yours will
that's
not
mine.
fit.
Yeah, that's why that doesn't work. Okay. So that's not going to fit with the box lid on.
No, but that's, I guess, while you're
displaying during the game.
During the game, okay.
I would have liked that to be deeper so that they would stay in there when the lid goes on.
Yeah, but actually to store the stock certificates, do you have an insert at all, or nothing?
Embarrassing. No, I do actually.
Oh, you do? Okay, well that's fine given the card size and probably the style of what they were doing back then.
For sure.
I mean, that's probably fits in.
It's ahead of its time. I think.
And actually, don't these hotels go on there?
They do, actually.
Oh,
yes.
okay. So they kept a lot of the same.
They did. I think this version inspired that version heavily.
Yes, I could see that.
So,
and I believe you have the original one from the 60s as well.
I do
don't
not.
You? Oh, I thought you had that one.
No, I don't.
Okay,
but I was going to say I thought you had it.
Maybe Cax has it.
He might.
I thought there was one of us that had the old original.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us in Legendary Tactics. If you want to help our channel out, like, subscribe. You can join for some members-only content. And remember,
get out there,
get gaming,
and be legendary.